good afternoon, good evening, when or wherever you are watching. Welcome back to another video and welcome back to my channel. It has been a few days since I recorded or uploaded anything. It's because it's been that time of the month and I have been moody, and every time I try to film I would take an hour trying to record because I would get irritated with myself just because I couldn't talk and I'd start all over. It's hard to explain. That's the best way to describe it. You get the idea. If you are a content creator, you pretty much understand and know my struggle. But anyway, I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just pick up the camera when I feel like it. I mean, at some point I took over an hour trying to record, and let me tell you, I was on the verge of tears. And if you get that upset, then maybe you just need to not worry about it, put the camera down, give yourself a break. So that's what I did. Right now, I am feeling okay. I am nearing the end. I am past the PMS and all those ugly things that come with cycling and being a woman. You pretty much get the idea. I shouldn't even have to explain. And I'm not going too much into detail because a lot of you guys don't want to know that, but this is just real life. It's part of being a woman and I just have to deal with it. That's the only thing I hate about it. Anyways, I hope you are all doing really well. It is October 1st and it is the start of spooky season. Go check out my previous video if you have not. I did a reaction to Marilyn Manson's latest single. I still had that song on repeat for the past few days, especially the way that I'm feeling. It would just make me feel better. The sound of his voice hits me different in that song. As I said for the billionth time, it's like listening to Tainted Love for the first time all over again. That's the best way to describe it. His voice just gives me chills in a good way, and sometimes I even feel little tingles, if that makes any sense. That's the best way for me to describe it. But anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you my afternoon, evening, night routine along with my morning routine. Maybe we'll have a chat over some coffee in the morning. Who knows? But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But anyway, stay tuned and sit back, relax, and enjoy. Time. And I am watching this interesting video of a washing machine loaded with golf balls. This should be interesting. I think this is what our old washer was. I'm not really sure. I know it was an LG. But long story short, we don't have it anymore. Anyways, I had cereal for dinner. And I would have filmed a little bit sooner, but I fell asleep. And like, that's appealing to you guys, but here's you a quick update. Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday. It is currently 8:33 in the morning as I'm recording. I have my fireplace heater going because it was a little chilly back here this morning. It's getting to that time of the year where we need our heaters in the mornings and our air conditioners in the afternoons. That's just how it is here up in the Texas Panhandle. Like I said 1,000 times, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't control it, so I just deal with it. Anyway, I'm gonna make my bed, then I'm gonna get dressed and then finish getting ready for the day, and maybe I'll go get some coffee because I need some caffeine ASAP. And about that time of the month, I am either going to be off tonight or possibly tomorrow. We'll see, but by the looks of things, it'll probably be later this evening. If you don't like me talking about this part, skip. I totally get it. Here is today's outfit of choice. I am wearing my Weird Al Yankovic t-shirt and I'm wearing these cutoff shorts today. Nothing crazy, just shorts and a t-shirt. I thought I would still show you the wardrobe of choice. But anyway, hair's done. All those things I did not record because, for one, I'm too lazy, and two, it's quicker when I don't. So that's why I didn't film that much this morning, but that's okay. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Anyway, I am ready to take on the day.
2,000 years later.
So guys, if you do not want to hear me talk about this, skip. I totally get it. This has nothing to do with that time of the month, but this is completely about something else. I found an old video of mine that I've recorded a few years ago. It was an interview of Marilyn Manson. It was during his Eat Me, Drink Me era. I really liked that interview because I had that interview on repeat for the longest time, because back in the day when I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and couldn't sleep, I would put Marilyn Manson's interviews on to help me sleep, because the sound of his voice would just soothe me. Even when Manson's not singing, he still has a good voice. Anyway, when I found that video, I shared it to the Marilyn Manson cult. If you know, that's a Marilyn Manson fan group on Facebook. If you are a Marilyn Manson fan, you should definitely go check that out if you're not a member of that group already. Anyways, let me let you in on a little secret. Well, it's not really a secret because I shared this before. If you have not seen my coming out story, go check that out. I'll link it down below. I had mentioned that Evan Rachel Wood was my first ever female crush. And right now, it is currently Reba Myers. You know who that is if you are a Marilyn Manson fanatic. Like, every time I'd watch his concerts, I'd be looking at her. And as I always say, she's like a female Richie Sambora. Anywho, I'm not ashamed that I had a crush on Evan Rachel Wood, but thinking about it is kind of cringe. Like, if you don't know, I would watch the heart-shaped glasses video on repeat, and at the time when I did it, I didn't know who that was until months later. I was like, oh, that's who that is. Anyway, you get the point. But knowing that what she did and the fact that she lied about Manson is not okay, but I believe whatever happens in the dark always comes to light, and karma will eventually come back to her at some point. Now, I will mention that if you go back on some of my previous videos, I recorded her singing, and I will say that if she can sing, she could tell the truth. I'm not gonna lie, Evan Rachel Wood does have a good singing voice, and I'm kind of disappointed that she did not sing in Weird, but I found her singing Material Girl, which I found that hilarious because she does Madonna in Weird, and I'm still thinking, actually, I might watch Weird just to look at her. Even though, no, I don't know. I can't look at her the same like I used to anymore. That's probably why I haven't watched it in a while. Anyway, there's your little chit-chat rant. I don't know if it's a rant, but I get, so to speak, but please don't come at me just because I liked her. Don't lie. I'm not the only one. I know that I'm not the only female that's ever liked her like that. Well, you get the idea, and I hope that Evan Rachel Wood does not come at me for this. Well, she's not going to. She doesn't even know. Anyway, This video is probably not going to get that much views anyway, so I'm not too concerned, and my comments will be turned off